Hello. I didn't expect you to start filming so quickly. Hello. Welcome to another vlog. I don't know why I'm wearing this on top though. But if you remember from last week, excuse me, clean my glasses. I wanted to show you these trousers, but that dress would only work as a coat dress with a very tiny top on. But these, yes, no, none of you commented on these, so I'm not sure you actually like them. That's as low as I can get. Right, I have to walk right back. Oh, Jack's nappy. Jack's asleep upstairs. So, I think these are quite fabulous. Probably for a very hot country when I want to be slightly covered up. What do you think? I think they need a belt. This was a very cheap shirt from River Island. Isn't that a lovely cut? This is not my kind of outfit, is it? And then I'll show you another top that I did wear in Australia that goes beautifully. Hang on a minute, I must get my dark glasses. Right, so this is how I wore them in Australia. Doesn't that look cute? Well, I think that's a lovely outfit. I would definitely wear that in Brighton or London going out. And of course, there will be more on clothes, but I'm also covering intermittent fasting and fasting in a minute. So hang tight, but I just wanted to do this little outfit before I forgot. I think they're great. And the expensive jacket I bought there, well, it wasn't that expensive. Everything's expensive at the moment. Oh, by the way, sorry, have you noticed my hair? There will be much more on that next week, but I did the colour myself at home and the blow dry is extraordinary for me to have done. So more on that next week. Lots of hair stuff. So yes, if it was chilly, then these pants would be chilly. So probably not, but I thought I'd show it to you again. And yes, I did keep the Zara pants. You'll be pleased to hear. Right, and there'll be more clothes at the end because my challenge for the last week has been to wear a different summer dress every single day because it's summer. Even though it's very windy where I live, it's very warm in the sun. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This colour has come from England, not from Australia because they were in their winter. Right, before I show you what I've done this week in the way of my vlog and the summer dresses I've worn and where I've been, since so many of you have asked, both on Instagram and here, about intermittent fasting and fasting. This is not about weight loss. I hasten to add, this is not about weight loss. This is about health. Let me show you the videos first. Lampshade on my head, lampshade on my head. Just popping in. Yes, I know. The trolls will say, hey, what's a woman her age doing, showing her body off? Well, an excuse to show another one of my bra tops. And to also show you how fit I've become thanks to my month's holiday in Australia, doing lots of walking and a new exercise regime that I've sort of made up myself. And when I came back, I did a 5-day fast. Looks not bad, nearly a flat tummy. I'll never get rid of the bobbles and wrinkles, and this camera's very kind, so don't think I look that smooth, because I'm not. However, it's all about health. So the reason I did this is not sponsored. I have not been paid for this. I have not got this free. I paid for it. But this is what I'm talking about. The reason why I did it when I got back was because I was listening to one of my many health podcasts out in Australia, and Professor Longo, I think his name's so ironic because he's one of the leading, well, probably the leading experts in the world on longevity. He was talking about the benefits of intermittent fasting and fasting. And because I've done this before when they gifted it to me, he designed this 5-day plan where you eat little, but they provide it. And the benefits of 5-day fasting are, well, I'm going to read it to you, are numerous. Basically, it's like a car service, a major car service for your cells, every cell in your body, which I'm trying to do twice a year. And I found this particularly easy. It's not cheap, but none of the profit goes to them. It goes to research. But it was perfect for coming back from Australia because I didn't have to do any shopping. It was on my doorstep. Well, my kind neighbour brought it in. But all I had to do was get up on the Saturday morning and start. I was a bit hungry. It's basically, now, if you can't afford it and want to do your own thing, there are plenty of plans online. And Dr. Michael Mosley, I really, really rate. So he's got a book out. So I think this one was 1,000 calories the first day and then 750 for the next 4 days. You might as well say 5 days, because on the 6th day of the fast, you have to eat very, very gently because you're breaking a fast. So the reason, it gets technical now, but I'll put the links below, but the reason why it's so important, and I was taught this in nutrition probably my first week of training 20 years ago. And then we talked about doing a fast once a week, a whole day fast. Anyway, I'll get into that in a minute. Fast forward if you're bored, Rigid. But this is, for us, this older audience, you will lose weight, but you'll put it back on again. It is not about weight loss, even though that's a lovely extra. It is very much about the health of your body and living longer and keeping your body stress-free and disease-free. However, obviously, usual concerns to mention. Please see a doctor if you're unsure whether you can do this, if you have any health issues. Please don't do this if you're over 70, even though I know I'm fit enough to do this fast, but it does say, like a bit like the vaccinations, you know, everyone over 70 is put into the same box, aren't we? Which most of us think is utterly outrageous, but they do say not for the over 70s. However, they don't say that about intermittent fasting or the Michael Mosley way of eating less and fasting. So do your research. You can do it a lot cheaper by following somebody like Mosley and getting the best nutritional components you can, i.e. plant foods, and things like olives and nut bars are in this. I'll show you the packet. And soups, lots and lots of soups, which I found very boring. But it was very successful and I felt great afterwards. Look, shiny eyes, shiny eyes. Right, why fast? Humans have always fasted. We did it in prehistoric times, sometimes not eating for days. Prolonged fasting and only fasting, which you still get food on, triggers our amazing natural cell cleanup and rejuvenation process. This helps us live longer and healthier. So the difference is, right, intermittent fasting, let's cover that first while I'm here. It can be anything. I was doing 16/8, so therefore I was eating at 8 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night, and then not eating for 16 hours. Well, most of that's taken up with sleep. I found it really easy, but was absolutely ravenous by 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, yes, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's the 14-10 method, 14 hours spent fasting, and the 10 hour and the 12 hour. So basically, you leave a big window when you don't eat at all. You can have black coffee, black tea. I don't suppose a bit of milk would really hurt, but that's still not fasting. Water, lots of water. But you have to find the best for you. Don't do anything that's going to put you under pressure or your body under pressure. Dr. Longo, I'll put the podcast below as well so you can have a listen. As I trust him, he's done 30 years of trials and experience in longevity. So I sort of trust, and he's a professor, sort of trust him above all others. He actually said on the podcast, he thinks the safest is 12 to 14 hours only. So I started doing that because I trust him, and I've already done a 5-day fast. And then I filled myself with sparkling wine and chocolate. Bad girl. Anyway, I'm back on strict regime, weekdays, weekends for fun. Right, prolonged fasting. This is the important bit. Prolonged fasting, which is what I just did, refers to fasts that are over 2 consecutive days. Scientists believe that your body starts the cell recycling and rejuvenation process on day 3 of a prolonged fast. This process helps your cells renew themselves and act like younger cells. Prolonged fasts are a quick way to lose weight and belly fat, reset your metabolic health, enhance your mental clarity. I stand by all of that, and energy, and get better eating habits. I can't say that worked. I came back with boxes of Tim Tams for my friends and neighbours, and I ate a whole packet over one day once. But that's what happens. Your cravings come back. Through the cell rejuvenation process, prolonged fasts can unlock profound transformative benefits. Blah, blah, blah. Right. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. What is autophagy? Autophagy. Right, that's an important word. Autophagy is the name for your body's natural and optimization process that usually starts on day 3 of a prolonged fast. Your cells optimize and recycle old and damaged cells, and resulting in a profound benefit, cell rejuvenation. So it's like a car service. Then you also go into ketogenesis. I'm sure you've all heard of that. Ketogenesis is the biochemical process through which organisms produce ketones by breaking down fatty acids and ketogenic amino acids. I hope that makes sense and helps. I will put all the pertinent links below. But I guess if Dr. Longo has done this, olive soups, little nutritional bars, and certain supplements, I reckon if you want to do it yourself, you know your body better than anyone. Don't do anything that's going to make you hangry all the time. The reason I chose that time was because I had jet lag. It was bank holiday weekend. I knew nobody would come up here because of the traffic, and I knew I wasn't going to go into town with the heaving masses because the weather was lovely. So it was perfect for me. I could sleep when I liked, get up when I liked. And the 5 days went really, really quickly. So I think you could do your own thing, but I think 3 to 5 days is amazing to do a couple of times a year. So I hope that's helped. If you have any questions, do shout, but do take care and do talk to an expert if you're at all worried about anything. But I will put the podcast and everything below. Oh yes, and I will, following on from eating habits, do a what I eat in a day on one of my vlogs, and I will also be doing exercise, my new exercise regime. I've just taken a bit of this and a bit of that, and I had a yoga mat in my hotel room on my last, well, in fact, I could do it everywhere. So instead of worrying about weight, which I obviously couldn't do on holiday, I devised my own workout, which I think really works because tummy's definitely smaller before the fast. I hadn't put on any weight at all. I know we're not talking about weight loss, but I hadn't put on any weight at all after a month in Australia because I had a glass of bubbly nearly every night, but I wasn't eating sweet snacks. I wasn't having puddings. I think I had pudding once in a month. I ate very clean, very healthy, and walked 10 to 18,000 steps a day. So that shows that that does work. Whatever they say, that works. Trouble is, poor Jack can't do it. Anyway, I've just finished editing my vlog for you, but it suddenly occurred to me that you were asking about intermittent fasting. You weren't asking about 5-day fasts like what I did. So I hope you skipped through it if you found it really tedious and boring, but I do think with my nutritionist hat on that it's a really good thing to do twice a year. And even though I said it was expensive, if you can do it at home, darn sight cheaper than going to a retreat. You know, I've been to a retreat to do this. I won't do it again. It's much nicer to do it at home. But I didn't say enough about intermittent fasting, so I do apologise. That's a really good place to start because it's still incredibly good for your health, your gut, your immunity, weight, aging. It's still really good for people, and it's something that I know that everybody you hear about is doing it, mostly for weight loss, but you know, we're not about weight loss, we're about health. So as I explained earlier, because of Professor Longo, he reckons 12 to 14 is the best version. The benefits are the same whether it's 12, 14, 16, 18 hours. You pick what's best for you. 14 hours is perfect for me because I'm never hungry first thing in the morning. So I will have my last meal, say, for example, 8. And then the next morning, 12, I only have to wait till 10. Often it's a bit later. But I don't do the 8, no, I have to think about this. I don't do the 16-8 anymore. That was quite tortuous. And I didn't feel any better or lose any more weight. I think 14 really suits me. And some people fast after their lunch and keep going and don't eat again till breakfast the next day. Because I'm not a breakfast person, this way suits me better. And you've spent most of your fast asleep while your cells regenerate and clean themselves. So that's a really good place to start before you go into serious 3 to 5 day fasts. So I hope that clears up some of the stuff I've been talking about. Hope that makes sense. Do ask questions. Okay, so on with the rest of the vlog. I'm now going to share with you what I've done in the last week and a different summer dress in each one, and then I'll come back at the end wearing something completely different. We kick off with a visit to my local artisan market in Rottingdean. Sadly, only twice a year, once in summer, once in winter, but here's a little snippet and then we'll carry on for the rest of the week. Oh, thank you, madam. A little artisan fair in Rottingdean, and I've got, look, really beautiful rosé wine. Can you see it sticking out? And all sorts of goodies. It's windy, which is why I've got my hair done up and I've got AirPods in. But it's summer dress week. It's glorious. So I'm going to an open garden, which should be interesting, and there should be a friend there. Loads of traffic all of a sudden, and I'll give you a quick view of my walk there. Well, some of you who have been with me a long time will recognise my favourite walk into Rottingdean, Leafy Lane. Listen to the birdies. That sounds like a robin. Or is it a blackbird? Any bird people, let me know. Gorgeous. And so happy to see all the trees covered in green. Here we are in Rottingdean Village. My challenge this week, as I bring you to open gardens in Rottingdean, is to wear a different summer dress every single day and see how many I truly love. I'll probably want not want to give any away after this because they're very old, but they're still gorgeous, aren't they? Look at this. Come with me, we'll see Amanda in a minute. Oh, these gardens are just stunning. Amanda! This is the gorgeous Amanda, my friend, who's working very hard at this open garden. Yes, do a twirl. She's an artist, don't you know? Well, no week's vlog would be complete without a visit to my favourite place in Brighton. So good to be back to Brighton Beach House. And tonight, it's our book club. So that's all I'm going to say for now. Look, summer top, summer clothes. See you shortly. Beautiful day at the seaside. I'm in Hove actually. This is John actually. He's hiding. I'm introducing you to everyone. He gives me a lot of help with my YouTube channel. And here is Jack. And I've just had a lovely meeting type lunch in my usual other favourite place, the other end of town, Rockwater. Hello, last dress of the week. I have had to wear warmer things at night. I'll show you. But I know you want to always see Jack, so this is still only halfway through all my summer dresses. How outrageous is that? Right, back again. Obviously, apart from this weekend, which promises to be a heat wave, that's what we call summer in England. It's been chilly in the, zip up. It's been chilly in the evenings. So I wore this for my book club at my club and wore these, do you remember these jeans that I got at a pre-loved shop in Bondi? So they were cheap as chips. I have never put on a pair of jeans for the first time that fitted like a glove. They could have been made for me. And I wore them with these wacky orange heels. I got those from Russell and Bromley last year. So I'm wearing those in, wedges I should say, and my lovely top from Sandro. Now I'm going to show you my last summer dress that I'm going out for lunch in. And then come back and say bye-bye properly. Bye-bye properly. The garden's outside. I have to hurry this up. Running around half naked. Whoops, won't be a minute. Oh, I can do this in front of you. You don't mind, do you? I can't actually see a thing now. The screen's gone dark. And I've got dark glasses on. Anyway, anyone see Britain's Got Talent? One more time. I'm so thrilled that man won. I loved it. One more time. I can't sing. So this is yet another summer dress. Vintage style. It's a bit tight. Bit tight on the old waist. I have to do a day's fast soon. This is Love Your Look clothing. Mind you, these, oh God, this is at least 5 years old, at least. So the fact that it's not too tight, I suppose, is an added benefit. But I've obviously put on all that weight, so I lost it on the fast. But anyway, this is the last of the dresses. I hope you like And all that remains for me to say is thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your lovely, lovely comments. And please subscribe if you haven't already. And please pass me on to your friends, because our little tribe's growing. But it's still under 20,000. I'd love to get to 20,000. Then you know what will happen. I'd love to get to 30,000. So please pass me on to everyone. I'd love to get to 20,000. We're nearly there. And thank you so much for being you. And have a fabulous week whenever you watch this. Look at little Jack. We've just had an evening walk. He is so hot. He's just got in the pond. The sea this morning, the pond this afternoon. We're not complaining though, are we, Jack? Proper summer. Say hello to your fans. No sign of socks yet. It's too hot for her.